For as long as I can remember, my skin was just going through it, especially through high school. I don't know what happened. Puberty is what happened. I have dry, sensitive, eczema prone skin. Little things will make me break out. So I still, to this day, I have to be very careful with what I do with my skin. I have tried all types of different concoctions and skincare products and all of that stuff, but the real difference in my skin happened when I changed my diet. Hi guys, welcome back to Lost Girlified. It is your girl Tima, and let's just go ahead and get straight into it. First thing, stay hydrated. I'm gonna actually add on to that because I obviously that's so important. Everyone always says that in every skincare video. I do want to talk a lot about this whole water, stay hydrated thing.
Stay hydrated.
Hi. Yeah. Because obviously it is very important, especially when it comes to trying to clear up your skin. But I feel like a lot of people think that means just chugging down a gallon of water, or even just have it throughout the day and just drink it, or just drink a couple of bottles of water a day. For me, I can't do that. You can do that obviously, but it's just gonna go through your system a lot quicker, and you're gonna be going to the bathroom more often, and it's just so for me, what I do is I mix it up. I have different drinks and stuff like that. For me personally, I usually have 1 bottle of chlorophyll a day, 1 tea with electrolytes in it, so I'll have salt, and then I'll add a whole bunch of anti-inflammatory stuff in there, and then I'll have a liquid IV. And then I just have a couple of different things, and maybe I'll have I would say 2 bottles of water a day. And then also I have tea and stuff like that, but I think it's just better to mix it up instead of just drinking water straight. Now, number 2 completely changed the game for me. But before we get into that, I'm about to put y'all on, because if I had known about this website when I was still in college, I would have saved myself so much time and, most importantly, stress, girl. I'm excited to announce that this video is in collaboration with Essay Pro. Essay Pro is a platform that connects you as the student to educated, degree-backed writers. They have more than 10 plus years of experience, and they have the lowest price you're gonna find on the market, starting at just $11 per page. And of course, you can trust these writers. The writers are native to English, coming from the UK, Canada, and the United States. It's plagiarism free, and it's AI free. And there is a 30-day guarantee refund. I hooked it up and was able to get you guys a 20% off of your first order offer. Click the link in the bio to check out essaypro.com and get your papers done today. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into number 2, which is carotenoids. This is something that will determine if your skin looks dull or bright. If you're lacking carotenoids, it's gonna show in your skin. Carotenoids are in carrots, and I'm not sure off the top of my head what other vegetables and fruits consist of or have carotenoids in them, but I'll put some on the screen for you guys. But carotenoids, you have to integrate it in your diet. That is something that completely changed the way my skin looks, feels, and just is overall. Number 3, no processed foods. I'm so sorry, girl. You're gonna have to cut out the processed foods, or at least have as minimal as possible. For me, that's something that's so hard for me, especially when I'm on my period, because girl, I have cravings. Literally right now, I have a bag of these Dynamitas next to me because those are my cravings. I used to crave this Little Caesars pizza with crazy crust all over. Bruh, if you know, you know, but I've been able to kind of find a loophole around my cravings for processed foods. I just haven't found a loophole for this yet, but basically just find something that is healthier, or at least healthier, but is a lot less processed. Me, for example, instead of the pizza, I will just make it myself. I'll just have a piece of bread. It sounds kind of hard to do, and I feel a lot of people are oh, just completely cold turkey, cut out processed foods, and don't even eat them or don't buy them or anything like that. For me, it was easier for me to start with, for example, bread with butter instead of the Little Caesars pizza. Then I started buying better bread and better butter. And if you're having a hard time cutting out processed food and junk food, especially when it comes to your period, bro, start making that yourself. A lot of us underestimate ourselves, which is why I love people like Nara Smith so much, because she kind of instills it in social media that y'all can make your own stuff if you really want to. I mean, there are so many people that you can follow for inspiration if you just don't know what to make or how to start. And you guys, a lot of the excuses are oh my god, I just don't have time. Girls, trust me, if you want to make time to cook, you will make time to cook. play this video in the background and get your ass to the kitchen and start cooking. Like, it's so easy to start like scrolling on our phone, and then we look up and we're like, oh my God, I don't even have time to do anything. Oh my God, I don't have time to cook. That's why you don't have time to cook, because you're on your phone. Literally anyone can cut out processed foods if you really want to. And if you want to improve your skin, girl, that's step number 1. But don't be too hard on yourself. Just slowly but surely. Next thing is increase the amount of greens that you have. For me, personally, I love spinach. I think it's because I'm an iron deficient girly, because there's a lot of iron in spinach. But if you're having a hard time with incorporating, like, eating straight up greens, girl, start making you stuff that you'll actually like. For example, broccoli cheddar soup. And it literally takes like no more than 30 minutes. Find recipes that you actually like that you can incorporate greens into. Just start incorporating greens into your everyday stuff. You don't have to make yourself a kale and spinach salad. Make yourself smoothies. Get yourself a juicer. That is the best way to incorporate greens in your diet. You're missing out on a lot of the fiber and stuff when you juice. That's why if you're still trying to like have the fibers and stuff like that, I would recommend making a smoothie. But there are so many ways that you can incorporate more greens into your diet. You just literally have to be more conscious of it. Have a list. And I'll put it on the screen for you guys actually. I literally have a list of foods to eat and to incorporate in my diet to make sure that when I'm having any meal, I at least have 1 or 2 of those things in that meal. And if I have even more than that in that meal, I'm feeling pretty damn good about myself. Next is obviously refrain from sugars. I would not say completely cut out sugars because, girl, I couldn't do it. I applaud the girlies that can, but I can't do it. Okay, so what I would recommend doing is incorporating like more honey into your diet. And honey is like really expensive. Like, it's really expensive. So a good alternative would be like blue agave or something like that. But there's a lot of, I'm sure there's other sweeteners that are really, really good. Like, you wouldn't even tell the difference. To me personally, especially blue agave, like you would not even know that that's not sugar. I mean, it obviously has sugar in it, but it's not like straight processed like grain sugar. Also, just try to really minimize the amount of sugars that you have. There are certain fruits that have a lot of sugar in it, like apples, for example. So I try to like minimize the amount of apples that I have, but I do have things like berries, like raspberries and blackberries. I just try to cut down from like other fruits that have more sugars in them. And obviously, like a lot of sugary foods I just straight up avoid, or if I do want it, I make it myself, and I try to make it with like a lot less sugar. So this is more of like a tip when it comes to your diet. Try not to try too many new things at one time, especially if you're someone who has eczema, sensitive skin, dry skin, asthma, allergies, all of that stuff. I have all of that, so I try to avoid adding new things, or even like things that, I don't know if it's just me, but I have been allergic to things before and then like lost the allergy. For example, I was allergic to avocados. Yes, avocados. I would say restrain from stuff like that, but avocados I love. So, but even with avocados, I eat them in moderation. Same thing with mushrooms. Mushrooms I was severely allergic to. Like, I would literally, like, my tongue would swell up, my throat would swell up, my face, I would break out into hives. So I just avoid stuff like that altogether, because you never know. But also that kind of goes into the next thing that I'm trying to get to, which is to avoid trying too many new things at once. Try to like just try a couple of new foods and pay very close attention. Even keep like a food journal to write down everything that you had in a day. That way you can actually see what things actually make you break out. This is something I'm recently starting to do, but I'm already noticing like, okay, like obviously certain things make me break out more than others, and it's going to be so personal to you. You can obviously get like an allergy test done on yourself, but when it comes to like skin and breakouts and stuff, it's not that severe. So you're probably not going to have like an actual allergy to it, but there's probably just going to be certain foods that you're more sensitive to. Paying close attention and going back and reading, okay, well, I had ingredients this, that, and I've noticed that days that I have those ingredients, I tend to have allergies, and you can usually narrow it down from there. And finally, I feel like this one's a given and it's said a lot, but have things with probiotics. For me, the biggest thing that I consume that have probiotics in it is kombucha, because it's so good, it's so fizzy, it's refreshing, and you don't even taste the probiotic. The only things that I found that I like with probiotics in it is kombucha and like fermented foods like kimchi. That will not only improve your gut health, but obviously in addition to that, it'll improve your skin health as well. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Anyways, let me know what your favorite tip was in the comments down below. It has been your girl Tima, and I'll see you on another video soon. Bye guys.